14 points to 12. Very little in it, but Spain have been improving since then, as we have seen today, and on form, you'd have to back them to go and get their second win in the pool stage.
On form, they're the team to beat, aren't they? They've just beaten the world champions New Zealand, they've beaten the series champions New Zealand, so theoretically Spain are the best team here. Brazil ought to have their hands full.
So Raquel Cochan to get us underway for Brazil in their traditional yellow and green, Spain in the familiar red, and victory here will put them through to the quarterfinals. A hanging ball on the restart. Did it go 10? Well, there was very little in that, but Spain with the advantage, waste no time. Garcia taps and goes and offloads the pass as far as Almeida, and they're already trying to attack inside that Brazilian 22, taken up this time by Berta Garcia, and there once more. Here it is. Her namesake, Patricia Garcia, fires one out. Nice line from Casado. In turn to Martinez, scored that try in the first round of games. So important, the captain. Brazil was on a deliberate knock-on. Advantage being played to the Spanish. The offload doesn't go to plan, and the advantage is now over. Just as I say, they get another one. Martinez scoops it off the ground. Now, chance here. Del Pan ships it on. Spain, Almeida. Oh, beautiful. Lovely pass, try in the corner. And it's Berta Garcia who's gone in. Spain picking up where they left off against New Zealand.
Good seventh from Spain. There's the little celebration from Berta Garcia. They just kept the ball, moved it from side to side. Good hands here. The last pass from Almeida out to Berta Garcia. Really good, simple seven, stretching the Brazilian defence.
Well, we wondered how much the New Zealand match had taken out of them. Not a whole lot by the, on the basis of that.
Quite the opposite. It looks like it's really lifted them, given them confidence, doesn't it? That's
the other way you can go. And then the kick, the conversion attempt just off the crossbar from Patricia Garcia. So 5 points to 0, the perfect start. And Berta Garcia, the name on the try sheet. Brazil, it's been a difficult afternoon for them. That's putting it mildly.
Yeah, it's been a difficult afternoon, and the last tournament didn't go quite so well for them. The two tournaments before that made it to the quarterfinals, which is a great run. They've not quite found their form ever since.
Restart allowed to bounce, but Brazil come away with it, firing out a pass, and it's taken up by Estevez in the scrum cap. Lovely little offload as well to Ishibashi. Ishibashi stepping inside, tackled by Patricia Garcia. And they work the blind side. Estevez rolling to present the ball. Ishibashi, little gap for her. Ishibashi almost through, but again Garcia read it and forced the penalty. Holding on the ground, says the referee, not releasing. You must do that once you hit the ground. And Spain get a chance to clear.
Lovely little break from Ishibashi, wasn't it? But Patricia Garcia was up to the mark, just manages to get there and haul her down, and there Ishibashi doesn't release it, gets straight back up again. Penalty Spain.
They've played each other 8 times, Brazil with just 1 victory, Spain with 7. First line out of the game, Maria Casado. Brilliant steal though to get up, but just as I say that, couldn't tidy up from the slap back in the line out, and Spain come away with it, and it's Almeida's on the ground, but she didn't let go.
Hands in.
Hands. Brazil wanted to get on with it quickly there.
Yeah, not sure we ever actually saw a tap. It's a great, very, very good turnover from Brazil.
So can they use the possession and make it count? Araujo, oh, lovely little cell dummy in the pass as well to Ramalho. On the outside is Ishibashi. Oh, the pass didn't go to plan. That has let them down all afternoon in those critical situations.
So close, so near, but yet so far. They were in, if only that had gone to hand.
And now Spain with a chance to get outside their own 22 and counter-attack. They're set up nicely for it. All the backs calling for the ball. Forwards having a bit of a struggle to get it out. Brazil slowing it down, and they're miles offside as well, so Spain have the advantage. A bit messy from both teams after that early score. Patricia Garcia decides to let one loose. Brazil have to make the tackle. They do so. And then Spain can see the penalty. I mean, discipline for both teams poor. It's a bit scrappy at the moment.
Yeah, the contact area is what's letting both teams down. They're not getting there quickly enough to recycle the ball, allowing the other side to get their hands in. So both teams getting caught in possession.
Brazil up to go up the line for touch and take the line out. It's an area that after the first round of games, one of the Brazilian players in trouble there.
Time off.
Is it Koshan? Who just is getting a bit of attention. It is Koshan, the Brazilian number 10. He's 22 years of age, took a knock to the leg. Looks like her thigh that's
Let's go,
a bit of bother. She's told to get on with it though, and she's limping back to her position. Doesn't look right to me.
No, it looks a bit sore, doesn't it?
Time on.
She's got to get on with it.
Come on, double throw.
Double throw, says the referee. That's another unforced error. Those kind of things infuriate the coaches.
Poor coach on the sideline could do nothing about it. They'll have practiced that line out dozens and dozens and dozens of times in training.
The result of all that is that Spain have a chance to counter-attack. Martinez. Ball's got into touch. Flag is up on this near side.
No, I've got flag. Flag. Same as me, high tackle. Penalty only.
That was for a high tackle. I thought there was a foot in touch, but penalty for a high tackle
Attack is
spotted
down,
by
please.
the assistant referee.
So scrappy this game at the moment. Neither team can get any continuity.
There you see. That was what the penalty was for. Anywhere around the head area, you're asking for trouble, aren't you?
Yeah, it wasn't the final tackle. It was initially the contact was just too high.
Well, Spain went up the line, but they lost the line out. If you're going to make that decision, you've got to get your set piece right now. Chance for Brazil to attack. Araujo trying to go on the outside of Martinez. Not many can do that. And Spanish captain equal to the challenge. Brazil still with possession. Spain trying to slow it down. They've done a good job, but they've been told to release it. You have to listen to the referee. She was clear in her instructions.
Yeah, you've got to pay attention. You might think you're right, but it doesn't matter. The referee's the only one who's right.
Now, try scorer in the first half, Berta Garcia, calling for that ball on the outside. She's trying to back herself here. Needs a bit of help. Good tackle went in. From Sarda, Julia Sarda, the Brazilian captain, an advantage has been played to Spain. Can they get another try here before the half-time whistle? Trying to get the ball out. Santini in a bit of trouble. Here's Martinez, sizes up her opponent, whips around the outside, and that's Spain's second try. Martinez so good at that.
Yeah, an excellent finish from Eli Martinez. Important that she scored it because she had outside of her Patricia Garcia, Barbara Platt, who are the most experienced and best players on the team, chose not to use them. So if she hadn't scored that try, they might have been too pleased with her, but her footwork was just too much for Raquel Koshan.
Conversion attempt. Garcia, no mistake from there. Half-time whistle goes, and Spain in control. A very early try, which put to bed any kind of question marks about how they were feeling after beating New Zealand. But only one team in this at the moment. Spain 12, Brazil 0, the half-time score.
Entry to the right. We had run the ball and we come from the side. Do you understand? Square hips. Paula, are you okay? Is your head in the game? Because you've made 3 breaks and someone touches you, you go down on the ground. You didn't accelerate. Are you sure you're in the game? You want to? Yeah? Okay. Girls, we talked about mistakes. Just here is a mistake, and we watched them play the ball. You kill the mistake, Half time, 7-0, and we restart again. Duca, you're listening. High tackles, side entries of the rucks is killing your game. Pass the ball into Preto, win the collision, set the ruck and go again. This is simple. You need to fight through. When you go through half, you fight all the way through. Ball possession. Do you understand? Okay, you have 14 minutes, 7 minutes, 14 points. You can do this. Money, you're off. Claudia.
Brasil!
Well, an interesting insight into a frustrated coach, and he is very frustrated. There's very little he can do. It's just basic mistakes from his team.
Yeah, you could tell the frustration in his voice, couldn't you? Saying you've won the ball and you're coming in from the side and giving it away. At this level, you can't make those kind of mistakes. You've got to play simple rugby, you've got to play it well.
Patricia Martinez to restart, hangs a beautiful kick up. Look at that, gives the chase his time, came off a foot, so it didn't go forward according to the referee. And Spain, well, advantage to Brazil actually. That's a brilliant counter ruck, and maybe those words from Chris stuck at the half-time team talk, because Brazil are on the attack and they got on the outside. Santini, beautiful run from Santini, eventually brought to ground. Spain surely in an offside position there, but they actually get the penalty, being Brazilian off the side, and Garcia goes quickly, runs across the field, needs a bit of support, gets it in the form of Barbara Platt. She's tackled by Russia. And Brazil managed to turn it over. Arujo fires one out. Only as far as Muthbauer. Nice hands. And Brazil just over the halfway line. Spain having to defend. Early try for Brazil, they're right back in this game.
Yeah, and they've got all the possession at the moment. Now's the time to score, that's for sure.
Always interested to see how a team reacts when the coach has those stern words, because if they don't react, you wonder, do they have any kind of respect for what he's saying? But they have certainly reacted here, Brazil. Garcia put her head on the line for that tackle. Still there for Brazil. Araujo picked off the ground that time by Santini, who's made a bit of an impression in this second half. Little dummy was a nice one as well for Gavert. And they retain it and recycle it. This is good from Brazil, all standing deep, coming onto the ball at pace. This is Roja. Little loopy pass on the outside, meant for Sarda, the captain, trying to burst through. But Garcia, I'd love to know what her tackle count is. She's been everywhere.
She's put a lot of tackles in that time off her feet, though.
Gives away the penalty. Brazil go again. Is this a chance? Well, it must be, but again, Spain making a nuisance of themselves at the ruck there. Have they managed to turn this one over? Yes, they have. Good work in defence, but again, Brazil, infuriating if you're the coach, coughing up possession like that.
Poor contact skills from Brazil, wasn't it, that let Spain in there?
Just not protecting the ball. You've got to secure possession. That's your first protocol. Echevarria trying to get over the 10-metre line, breaks the tackle. How much pace has she got? Echevarria is going to go in, surely. The captain gives chase. Sarda won't catch her though. Over the 5, on the line. She's got it down. Spain are in again.
She just made it, Echevarria. She's hurting. That was a long run in, both for her and Sarda. Her first try this weekend, and it's an important one because Brazil were just starting to come back into the game. Despairing tackle of Edna Santini on the pitch in this second half, couldn't make it, and then it's a long run for Echevarria, but she makes it in. Good finish.
She grits the teeth and does just enough. Garcia adds the extras, which means Spain now have a 19-point advantage. I mean, we've seen that already held back by Fiji, but Brazil are not in the same league at the moment.
No, they've not been showing the same sort of attacking potential as Fiji. It was Edna Santini we saw miss that tackle there, but must say it's great to see her back on the pitch this series. She's been out with injury for a long time and has been such an exciting and important player for Brazil, but it's good for them to get her back finally. Yeah,
a real live wire anytime she's had the ball. Garcia again restarts. This time a little bit too far for the pack. And And Ishibashi decides to spread it, and here she is, Santini. Decides this time to give it off. Not a bad pass as well, and look at this for pace. Down the wing, the flyer for Brazil, over the 22, they're looking to catch her. Absolutely brilliant try out of nothing. And just when we thought this one dead and buried, well, we won't write them off just yet.
What a finish that was from Claudia Tellez, her third try in her World Series career. Where did that come from? We just haven't seen a glimpse of that pace yet today. She left all the defence for dead, made it a little bit difficult for herself in the dead ball area, but finished it off. Fantastic finishing.
Tactic number one, give the ball to Tellez.
Don't make it too difficult. Find your fastest player, give them a ball and a bit of space and wait for them to run. They'll get it over the gain line if nothing else, and hopefully they'll get it over the try line.
Absolutely breathtaking speed down the wing from Claudia Tellez, and Spain could do nothing about it. 19 points to 7. If Brazil score next, we have a game. We only have 2 minutes, though. Well, just as I say, Spain knock it on when they needed some composure.
Yeah, now or never for Brazil. Get on the scoreboard here, and it could make the last minute or so very, very interesting. Santini at 9, Ishibashi at 10. If anyone can make something happen, those two can.
Ball comes flying out of the scrum. Here's Ishibashi. Now, Tellez is outside. How much breath has she got left to have another go? Because I'm sure that last try took a lot out of her. She decided to give the pass, probably the wise option. There wasn't a lot of room for their Santini. Weighing up the Spanish defence. Any room? Any room? Yes, there is. Santini still going. Looking for support now, and gets it in the form of Godoy. She's brought down eventually. Ball still there for Brazil. Now, what have they got out? Whoa, just when you don't want it. And it's Tellez of all people, but the penalty offside against Spain. They get another chance, and they've got less than a minute. 2 tries needed. The pass goes forward. That's that, really.
Oh, Brazil, they just crept too far forward. They took the quick tap, and they needed composure. They needed a bit of depth to run onto the ball. They were also flat. Look how flat they all are here. There's no space to get the passes in. Godoy far too close, far too flat. Couldn't get the pass away, but goodness me, that was a huge opportunity for Brazil.
Inside the last 25 seconds now, and Spain, well, the work that they did in the first half has really paid off. Brazil came at them, it was just they left it too late is all.
No, straight out the same tunnel.
You know, you wonder, you look at Chris Neal, you know, can he take the positives out of what they've done in the last 4 or 5 minutes, or will he just rue the mistakes, the pointless mistakes, you have to say, because they all brought them on themselves, really.
I think he'll be disappointed overall. It's not been a good day for Brazil. They really haven't shown what they can do, and they can put some great sevens together.
Well, take heart from that at least, because they will have more chances to show what they can do tomorrow. For the time being, they have one last throw of the dice to narrow the gap and end on a high. Chance here. Ishibashi, looping pass. And who is it? It's Tellez! Good defence from Spain. 5 metres short. Still they go. Ishibashi once more. No room on that side, I can tell you. Needs her teammates, sets up the ruck, and it's there for Brazil once more. Any room through the middle? Well, Bar, is she down? Yes, she is. Try for Brazil. They finish with a flourish.
Yeah, good for Chris Neal, at least be happy with that. They played to the very end. They strung some good stuff together at the end, but not quite good enough. Beatriz Futuro, Morbauer gets over the line, but it's not enough. Just powers over.
Well, the conversion attempt was good, I can tell you. She lost her scrum cap and looked to be holding her arm as she came up from that, but Spain do enough. Their second win on the bounce. Delight for them after beating New Zealand. Full-time score, Brazil 14, Spain 19.